Morning guys, it is Friday, I think it's the 27th of April, and today is day 55 of me finding my sparkle after my tumble in the snow. So it's 8 weeks tomorrow since I had my accident, and I thought I would just pop on and give you a wee update, because I know that sometimes, certainly one of my recent videos has been a bit doom and gloom, and I've actually got a couple of wins that I want to share with you. Now, to anybody else, you might take these things for granted and you think that's just normal, but for me, one of these wins is just, it feels massive to me. So, one of the tests that my doctor makes me do every time I go and see him it's a balance test. So I have to stand with my eyes closed and my feet together and just stand there. And usually, every time that I've seen him over the last couple of months, usually when I do this, straight away I'm swaying. And I have to stop myself from falling, and so I have to do it a few times with him. But last night I tried it, so whenever I remember I try just to test this at home just to see how I'm getting on, and last night for the first time ever I actually managed to stay still with my eyes closed and my feet together for a few seconds. Now this to me just feels like a massive step forward, because like, as I said, for anybody else, you take for granted that you can do these things, but it just seems, it's a new thing that I can actually do. So although it's just a few seconds, it's a marker for me that I am making progress, which is amazing. Another thing that I've noticed this week, and I would say, I think both of these things have got to be down to the flotation tank therapy, because last week I wasn't able to go. I only managed one session last Saturday because it is difficult to be constantly asking friends for lifts, and I can't drive, and because of my symptoms I wouldn't be able to cope with public transport right now, so I have been at the mercy of my friends. So thank you if you've been helping me out. But anyway, last week I noticed that my sleep patterns were getting worse again because I hadn't been able to float. So my sleep was a lot more interrupted. I wasn't getting as many hours sleep a night, but just with having a session on Saturday, and then I think I had another one on Monday, I've actually had a few nights where I'm sleeping for 6 hours solid with no interruption. So from the time I go to bed to waking up, it's like 6 hours, and then I might have to wake up for a wee while, but I can get back to sleep again for longer. And to me, sleep is a massive, massive part of my recovery. So even with just having these extra couple of sessions in, it's just making the world of difference. So if you have been donating to my float therapy, then thank you so much. I do believe that it is so helpful. And I'm actually going there again this morning. I'm just waiting on my friend Craig picking me up. I've got about 5 minutes to go, so I thought I would pop on quickly and film a quick wee vlog for you. So that is just positive steps as far as I'm concerned. Another thing that happened the other day is my friend Lee has a therapet dog called Kragan. So she goes to Rachel House to help with the children there. He's a beautiful dog, a golden retriever, so I spent some time with them. I can't remember what day it was, but one day this week we went to the Two Sisters Cafe in Carnoustie, and just to spend that time with Lee as well, but obviously it's a lot about the dog, he's amazing, but yeah, just to have this nice calming influence, I'm really enjoyed that. And then sometimes in the park as well, I know that I do look really stumbly on my feet, so I can look like I'm probably on something or a bit drunk sometimes when I'm walking, but to see dogs in the park just, running about, doing their thing, having a laugh, to me, I just love it. So if you do happen to see me in the park and you've got dogs, then please don't be scared, just stop and let me pat your dogs. I know it sounds crazy, but it's so therapeutic. So after that visit anyway with Lee, after we went to the cafe, we went for a little stroll just by the beach, and it was rather stumbly. I did have to hold on to Lee a lot, and I didn't manage to walk far. But then yesterday I had, on the back of that, I know that with the type of brain injury that I have, it's not like when you break an arm, you've got a set period of time where it might be like 6 weeks and you heal and your bone gets better. But the way that the brain seems to be healing, or certainly in my experience, and then talking to other post-concussion syndrome sufferers as well, not sufferers, we're survivors, we're warriors. But I know in myself that if I'm quite symptomatic one day and I maybe do something, so it was like a visit to a cafe where there's a fair amount of noise, and although I have earplugs to help drown some of that out, it is still an overload on my senses. So with doing that and having a bit of a stumbly walk, I decided yesterday that yesterday was just going to be a nice restful day. So I didn't go anywhere, did a little bit of reading, maybe about 10 pages of one of Brene Brown's books before I fell asleep. But it was a really chilled out day. And I think because I wasn't really doing so much, I was still headachy, but not at the level that I have been. I do find that when I'm in environments where my brain's been overstimulated with a lot of noise, etc., then once that's kind of triggered and my senses are saying it's too much, then everything slows down a bit. So I'll be more headachy for the rest of the day. My fatigue will kick in, I'll get really tired, my movement will be slow, my speech will be slow, but I feel as though I'm really, it's taken me 8 weeks nearly, but I feel as though I'm really getting a handle on this now. And so from now on, I do feel it is just a case. My doctor has been saying this to me for weeks, but it is just about managing my limitations. And I feel as though I'm getting so much better. So as you see me now, this is probably the most energetic and lively that you've seen me for since the accident, and it is in the morning. I do feel much more lively, I feel more alert, I'm excited because I've had a couple of wins, with the balance getting better and then the more sleep, so it's all just fabulous as far as I'm concerned. So today I'm just about to head off for my 6th session of float therapy at 0G float therapy in Portobello. I'm finding when I go now I switch off so much quicker and I just relax into a really deep state of sensory deprivation. It's so relaxing. I get there really quickly, and then I know that I'll come home, I'll be sleeping in the car, I'll be sleeping after tea, before tea, and then getting a great sleep as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. But it's my 6th session today, and at the moment it's my last session because I don't have any more booked in. So if you haven't already donated to my therapy and you would love to, then I would really appreciate it, because I do believe, of everything that I'm trying, I think that this is the thing that's making the biggest difference to me right now. So please, I'll pop the GoFundMe link in the comments or in the description somewhere down there. So please do consider donating to my flotation tank therapy. And if you are able to help out with transport, another thing that I really need help with is getting me from Forfar to Portobello, there and back. So if you're able to help either with donations or transport, then please do. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for all your help and your support. I really appreciate it all. And subscribe if you want to see more updates, and I'll catch you next time.